Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on the time when I had called my biggest hater out for being a pedophile. Yeah, for those that don't know, the YouTuber, quote-unquote YouTuber, I wouldn't really call him an actual real YouTuber. I feel like that when there's people that just purposely go out their way to offend others, I can't really call them YouTubers, content creators, TikTokers, streamers. You can't call them that. It's just, I think it's people that's trying to take over the content creating sphere and make it into something that it's not. And that's the thing where I'm not just going to allow people to ruin my job. So that's why I'm like, no, I feel like I need to make sure of it, that I let people know, people like this guy that I'm talking about, anybody else like him, or anybody that goes around purposely doing things to get themselves canceled, or they're just them annoying content creators. I've been thinking about this for a while, but I feel like it's something that needs to be said now. From now on, this is how you gotta look at these guys. People trying to take over the content creating sphere, but they're not content creators. They're not YouTubers. They're not TikTokers. They're not streamers on any platform. They're just people, trying to, I guess, ruin the job for other people else. Like anybody else that's in the content creating sphere, and they are actually content creators, and they don't have to go and do offensive content or content that's going to get them canceled and stuff. So, but no, anyways, this is going to be more of a story time episode than really exposing anything new. Cause I feel like that anything that's been said about this guy, I feel like we all kind of already know about him already. Like for those that do know of Just a Robot. And if you're frequent listeners of my podcast, video watchers on my YouTube channel, then yeah, you already know who I'm talking about. But to give you guys a little bit of a summary, so Just a Robot is a quote-unquote content creator that built his career off of putting down others. And he didn't really realize that until probably, I would have to say, well, I know he got canceled in 2024. I don't think he ever realized that he was, that's what his whole career was based off of. I feel like that he tried to, that's the thing. The thing is this, there's some people on the internet where they'll say, oh, I'm never going to do this again, and then they turn around and do it. And I feel like that maybe for a split second, he realized that that's what his career was, but he realized, like, that's the only way that people are going to watch me is if I am putting down others. And he thinks they're watching you because and I guess that's just speaking to content creators that goes about content in that way. You think people are watching you because they're entertained by by the content that you put out. They're not. They're just waiting for, I guess, the next time you get canceled. And I just don't understand why it's like people be that blind to realize like those are the type of people that are watching you. They're not watching you, because, oh, you're such a great content creator. Because my thing is this. Have it where all of your videos are being paid for. Have it where your videos are being played in movie theaters. There's a lot of paywalls, to, I guess, overall watch your videos and stuff. Them same fans that are in your comment sections talking about, oh, love the content, yeah, they don't. Like that's one thing that I have seen throughout my time as a content creator. I've been a content creator for 16 years. So I pay attention to how fans act, to how content creators act. I pay attention to the changes. I pay attention to all that stuff. And that's one thing about it is that I feel like there's that lack of awareness when content creators, they think, oh, people are watching me for me. No, they're watching you because I guess it's like that saying, they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you pretty much, so, but anyways, yeah, he did build his career off of putting down others. And then in 2024, he got canceled because he thought it would be a bright idea to defend a pedophile, making it seem like that the victim was the suspect and that the suspect was the victim. And that's something that I will never understand. Again, being a content creator for 16 years, there's a lot of different content that I would explore. And I know a lot of people would try to make it seem like that views matter more than morals. And I'm like, no, that will never be the case. I would rather have it where I upload and I'm like, fam, that was me at one point in time. I was uploading all these different videos and was getting no views on them videos. But my thing is this, because I feel like people would try to argue and say like, oh, he's in a good spot. No, he was in a good spot years ago when he was making videos on me. Right now, I had to say it's one of those desperate attempts at trying to stay relevant. You know, like he knows that at some point in time, like people ain't gonna be like, he's going further down in the ranks and he's thinking along the lines like, oh, I just gotta be more edgier and I gotta do this and I gotta do that. That don't mean nothing. Like that's one thing about content creating is that you can be the most edgiest person of all time. You could do some of the most craziest content. It's not going to mean nothing. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there thinking, oh, well, I could do this and I could do that. Fam, there's the one guy that a lot of people have been talking about recently, Chud the Builder, where I will have to say that his content has probably been the most edgiest content in the recent years when it comes down to quote unquote content creating in his sense. But overall though, look at his outcome. You know, and that's the thing. Everybody that I guess does like this, you know, edgy content, you are gonna have a bad outcome. It ain't gonna be no situation where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be a rich, successful content creator that I can retire all of the friends and family that I care about. You going based off of the content that you're doing? Nah, I'm like, you ain't gonna make it that far. So, but anyways, yeah, just a robot. He did get canceled in 2024 for defending a pedophile. And now he's just trying to, I guess, like live off of that, you know, whole cancellation thing. But a month before that, he uploaded this video where it was concerning because the thing is this. I've uploaded some videos that I've been embarrassed by. I've uploaded some videos that I haven't been so proud of. And I don't mind taking those videos down. I do remember there was the one time, and I had to say it was more so because of what had happened, where EDP445, and I will mention that name again because he has pretty much something to do with the video that Just a Robot uploaded. But so anyways, I had a reaction video on my channel where it was reacting to EDP445. Video had over 100,000 views. At one point in time, that was my most viewed YouTube video. And no, I was, at the time being, you're thinking along the lines like, I'm never going to take down this video. There's no reason, like, what could possibly get me to take down this video? Fast forward after some time of that video being uploaded, I think we all know what happened with EDP445. He went out somewhere. Pretty much he got caught up in one of those To Catch a Predator content creators. And he pretty much just ruined his career after that. And it's, and it was disappointing because I'm like, man, I'm a fan of EDP. I love his content. I love seeing his videos. I love hearing his jokes and all that stuff. But after that, you just don't have the same, I guess, views of that person no more. Like the views that you had before, you're not sharing those same views today of EDP. So yeah, I did have to make that decision. It wasn't really a difficult decision to make because I'm like, again, morals. I have to pretty much think what is morally right, when it comes down to content creating. Now, yes, there are some content creators out there that still they have, like, because I know Vanos and them guys, they still got videos up of that mini lad guy, and I think that was his case too, was that he got caught up talking to I think that was the case with mini lad. Hold on for a second, let me just look it up real quick. I don't want to say no things, or without doing proper research. What happened to mini lad? Mini Lad experienced a severe downfall in 2020 following revelations of improper behavior leading to a long-term decline in his online career and reputation with a significant... That told me absolutely nothing. So there's like, in mid-2020, Thompson was accused by multiple individuals of engaging in inappropriate sexualized conversation, sexting with underage men. Okay, so I was right. I was like, it's like because that's the thing. There's so many different content creators that got canceled over the years, and there's been so many different reasons, but I feel like that is like one reason that you would hear frequently, and you would think in this day and age, it's like, okay, I'm not going to make a mistake like that, but you have some people that do, and it's weird, and it's something that I will never understand, and it's like, okay, you are going to get caught at some point in time. Why do it? Even if it is on some stuff where he's like, okay, you don't get caught, still, okay, then you got to think along the lines like this. You're putting this fan, or whoever, under this minor, in a traumatizing situation where they're thinking along the lines like, if an adult, like, it pretty much anybody can take advantage of me. If I, then allowed this person, like, I'm over here thinking I'm building a friendship, like, I guess like a healthy relationship, but I mean, yeah, overall a friendship with this content creator, and here it is, they taking advantage of me. This is somebody that I've watched for years. This is somebody that I'm a fan of, and then they turn around and do some stuff like this. And that's the thing, content creators, people don't be thinking along those lines. They just like, oh, I just want to satisfy my needs, and now look at you, cancel, and never will come back, to the content creating sphere. So, but I think he actually still does upload videos. Hold on for a second, let me just check real quick. I don't think he does videos anymore with Vanoss and them guys, but I think he still does videos. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't. Dang, I'm subscribed to him. Hold on, let me unsubscribe real quick. I didn't realize I was still subscribed to him, but last video he uploaded was 2 years ago. I know with shorts they don't really explain, but I imagine it's probably the same thing. He probably hasn't really been posting online. Yeah, I don't think he really posts online anymore. Hold on for a second. Let's check Instagram. Yeah, he don't post no more online. So, but anyways, no, overall though, and just like that, I'm having to unsubscribe. Like, that's a thing where I don't mind doing that. I don't mind unsubscribing. I don't mind. And that EDP video, the one that had over 100,000 views, I did take down that video. It wasn't a difficult decision. I think I can't remember if I had said that already. But anyways, but yeah, I did take down that video, and it was one of those things where I'm like, I have to think along the lines, how are my fans gonna look at me if I keep this video up? Like, are they going to think that I support EDP if I still have it? And that's the case. I'm like, I'm not trying to, put that image out. So yeah, I did take down the video, but in 2024, September of 2024, it was a month before Just a Robot got canceled for defending a pedophile. He uploads this video where it was very questionable. And it was one of those things where I'm like, fam, you have displayed, this, I guess not personality, but you tried to display this act that you're better than me as a content creator, because you get more views and you have more subscribers at the time being. And I'm thinking to myself, I have explored every area possible when it comes down to content creating, from gaming videos, from live streams, from I'm like, fam, I would rather go down in history as the most cringiest content creator doing TikTok dances. I'm trying to think of some. You'll catch me do a makeup tutorial video before I do a video like this. Just a Robot decides that it would be a wise idea to upload a video explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. And then, so I see the video, and I'm like, because I can't remember how I came across the video, but I remember seeing the video and was like, this is not real. Like, this cannot be a real video. This cannot be real words coming from his mouth, okay? No, there's no way. It checked on his channel, all that. So I'm thinking to myself, why would you upload at the time? Because at the time being, he had over 200,000 subscribers. Why would you upload a video like this? Like, the thing is, and that's the thing where I feel like that he doesn't understand, is the way that his fans, well, at the time being, I feel like that, yeah, it was his channel was kind of in a dying stage. And then when he, like, that very next month, when he uploaded that video defending a pedophile, then it really started getting into a dying stage. But my thing is this. Let's just say he was in a position where his channel was still receiving a lot of different views. Why would you think that would be a good video to upload to your fans? Like, you don't know what your fans... And he even said that. I remember him, when me and him, when we got into it, He said that he was like, he don't have no control over his fans. So by you uploading a video like that, do you think that's a wise decision? You don't have no control over your fans. Your fans remembers that video. They go out and become a pedophile. And then it's pretty much left. It leaves you in a corner where everybody's going to be pointing fingers at you like, you're the one that's explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. So it's like, why would you upload a video like that? So I called him out on it because I'm like, nah, man, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do as a content creator. Uploading a video how to get away with being a pedophile, like that's kind of crazy, you know? Like that's one of those things where I'm like, fam, YouTube, like do something about this. Like that's to me, that's not normal content. You know, when I look at the content that's been taken down off of my channel and I'm thinking to myself, fam, I've uploaded, like, it's been mainly reaction videos that have been taken down from my channel. And then there's been like some voiceovers and stuff. But I know that there's the one voiceover because they were YouTubers trying to take me down. Take down one of my videos where it was talking about Kanye West selling those swastika shirts. I didn't show no support towards Kanye West with those shirts, so that's why it was confusing to me where I'm like, that video gets taken down, but a YouTuber can upload a step-by-step tutorial on how to get away with being a pedophile, and that's normal? Like, that video can stay up for years and nothing's being said about it, So I called him out. I made a video. And it was funny because he goes and he's, I guess, trying to make it seem like that he was upset by me calling him a pedophile. So he was threatening me all like, oh, I'm going to make a video on him. I'm going to make it. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, explain that, please. I would love to hear an explanation on why you uploaded a tutorial on how to get away with being a pedophile. It's one of those things where I'm like, you know, you can get mad at me about a bunch of different things and possibly be right. You're not going to be right on this. Because my thing is this. It's, let's say you're out having a conversation. And that's what I mean by people where it's like they, you know, their communication skills. Like I've talked on this before where I'm like, your communication skills suck. Because if you're sitting around with a group of friends, right? And you get to talking about EDP 445 because that's who I don't remember if I said that already. But anyways, but I'm pretty sure some people might have like paused this podcast episode, went over to his channel scene. So anyways, but imagine you're sitting down and you're having a conversation about EDP 445, right? Everybody's like, oh man, you know, I used to watch his videos all the time. Like it's just you and a group of friends, kind of like how they did on that 70s show. Y'all just sitting around in a circle just talking about EDP and stuff, right? So anyways, one friend's like, oh yeah, I used to watch his videos all the time. You know, them videos where he just be ranting about stuff. Other friend, oh yeah, I loved his take on sports and things. Loved when he used to rant about the Eagles and stuff. Then it gets down to you, where you can talk about anything EDP 445 related. You decide to say, you know, I think it could have been done differently, you know, the video where he got exposed for being a pedophile, and they're kind of confused, like they're like, well, let's just see. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean, like, you know, that it could have been done differently? Well, EDP, he could have just said that he was just joking around. That's not something that you say. That's definitely something where your friends is going to look at you like, so you're encouraging it, right? Like that's pretty much what you're saying by uploading that video. And so, because I didn't say that at the time, but I'm thinking about it now and I'm like, you're encouraging it. Because my thing is this, there should be no reason to have that conversation. None whatsoever. But I would really love to understand, why would you think, so this is because I was like, I remember after I had uploaded the video, some of Just the Robots fans were commenting underneath it, talking about, oh, you took the video out of context. That's how the video was uploaded. So for those, I guess, if you can't find the video was uploaded as a YouTube short. The thumbnail is of EDP 445's face, and the video is titled, let me look up that video real quick. Hold on for a second. Just a robot. Let's see. On his so it's on the bigger channel, the channel that has 184,000 subscribers. Most likely by the time when this this podcast episode comes out, he might have less subscribers because he has been losing subscribers. Okay, so the video is titled How EDP 445 Could Have Gotten Out of It. And yeah, it's explaining how he could have gotten away with being a pedophile. And I'm thinking to myself, why would you upload that video? But no, so his fans was like, it was a part of another video. So in another video, he explains how to get away with being a pedophile. Like, I'm like, you guys are trying to defend this, and I'm like, fam, there's no defense for it. I'm not hearing to see. That's the thing that his fans, they have this misunderstanding where it's like, oh, if I say that I'm right, or if just a robot says that he's right, therefore that makes it right. No, it does not. I don't care how many times you guys say it's right. My thing is this, all right? If that's the case, go out and about and explain, just like how that video is uploaded, explain it in the same sense. Because if I ain't gonna see no videos of people doing that, fam, you're not going to convince me via comment sections that you guys are right because you say that you're right. I can care less how many you can say it in English, Spanish, I'm trying to think, Japanese. I don't care what language or how many different ways you say that you were right. That doesn't make it, because like my thing is this. All right, so let's say if I were to upload that same exact video, would I be right for uploading that video? I guarantee and I promise you, you guys would run with that video. You would make so much content still till this. If let's say I uploaded that video at the time when it happened, I guarantee and I promise you, I still would be getting comments till this day. I probably would have gotten canceled. The channel would have got shut down. I never would be able to step foot in the content creating sphere again. I'm like, no sponsorships, nothing. That would probably be the worst cancellation that a person could possibly go through. But because it's just a robot, therefore it's right. That's why I'm like, his fans, I'm telling you, at times I'm like, your guys' thought process, it's like, yeah, I can tell it's not your own thought process. It's like you're going based off of other people's thought process. And I'm like, yeah, you guys, I'm like, my thing is this, what y'all gonna do? I guess talking to the fans, what you guys gonna do when just a robot just disappears? Like he disappears off of the internet, just drops communications from everybody. And he's I guess trying to live a somewhat normal life and things. Then what are you guys gonna do? You gonna try to like carry on the legacy, continue his quote unquote movement and things. I'm like, on being a pedophile. I'm like, yeah, that's going to be a short lived movement. But I'm like, no, that's just something that I am curious about with his fans. It's like, what you guys gonna do when he just disappears? Because eventually that is gonna happen. We gonna look up one day and that he ain't gonna still be doing the same content creating stuff that he was doing before, or even the stuff that he's trying to do right now. I feel like that content creation is really going to get to him mentally, where he realizes that he's in a bad spot. And then, yeah, best thing that he can do, it's like, you still got time to go out and get you a 9 to 5 and, do whatever it is. It's like, people don't really know who you are when it does come down to content creating. So, but, I think his, like, all his, at least his name. So I guess if people look up his name and then link it back to, the Just a Robot channel, then that'll probably be the way. So and that's probably why I think he is trying to just, really stick with content creating, because, it's like having it where you trying to go get you a job and then people look your name up, see the content creating stuff. I'm like, yeah, because I think there was like, I remember seeing that a while back. What video was I doing? I was doing some video and I looked his name up, and they had, hold on for a second, they had, I think it was his first. Did they take away the, I think they did. So, yeah, originally there was his, last name that was a part of, this, like, how, like, yeah, Wikitubia. It's like a YouTube Wikipedia page. But, no, yeah, it's like they had like a last name up there and stuff, or his last name. And I'm like, man, that's kind of wild. I'm like, they just put this man's personal business on blast like that. But eventually, at some point in time, though, I feel like it is going to get to a point where he ain't going to be able to do content creating stuff no more. But I mean, when you're doing videos explaining how to get away with being a pedophile, then you're trying to defend it. Fam, there's no defense for that. There's no defense, because my question is, how would you guys feel if I were to do that same exact video? And it's funny how the amount of times, like, when I talked on that, they always would try to make it seem like that there was nothing wrong with what he did. But every time when I asked that question, so what would you guys do if I uploaded that video? Dead silent. I'm like, that is literally a checkmate question, because I'm like, fam, you guys know you would be making videos about that. You guys would be like, oh, at least I wasn't the one to explain how to get away with being a pedophile, just like how you do with every other video you guys try to expose me on. So I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, they ain't no, oh, he can do it, but nobody else can't do it. No, nobody can't do no stuff like that. I don't care how many times or how you guys try to explain it, or how many times you guys try to say it that, oh, you took it out of context, or it was nothing wrong with the video and things. You're explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. There's everything wrong with that video. So when there's all these different, you mean to tell me that you passed up on the opportunity of doing gaming videos, you passed up on the opportunity to do like book reading videos? I'm trying to think. You could, because I think he was trying to do that too, like movie and TV show, like discussion videos and stuff. You could have did more of that. You could have did some commentary videos. There's so many different videos that you could have did. You decide to do a video explaining how to get away with being a pedophile, and that's normal. Yeah, like case closed. I'm like, if you guys see him on the registered sex offender website, don't say I didn't warn you, all right? So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.